What's up, y'all? Check it out, check it out. Rob is at garage. Today we're installing this wrap on this hood right here. This is my first time wrapping something. I'm putting this on here because the hood, as you can see, is starting to fade a little bit. And I hollered at my paint dude. Paint dude said he's busy. He can't get it in right this second. So I was like, you know what? For the time being, I'll just go ahead and wrap it. Plus, this camo wrap look kind of cool and it's a little shiny too. I thought it would make it look a little bit more gangster, you know, more G.I. Joe. We'll see, you know, and if I got some left over, I might throw it on the gas cap, you know, as a little touch, a little old school touch. But right now, I gotta cut it to the shape of the hood. I'm gonna leave a little bit of slack. See, I got a little bit, like an inch or so, inch or two, you know, slack on the edges. I'm gonna do the same thing with the front. And then right here in the back, I went ahead and, you know, gave, like I said, another little 2-3 inches of space. That way I got a little bit of room to work with. And I also cleaned this whole hood off with soap and water and some rags. Make sure there's no, you know, nothing on here that I don't want up underneath of it. And I also lifted the hood up and I cleaned up underneath it here too. Cool, so what I'm gonna do right now, I think the sides are good because that's, you know, boom, the sides are good. The back part is good. I got enough slack right there. And on this side, let's see, the dip is right here. So I got another, you know, like I said, 2 inches or so of space in between. And then the front is what I'm gonna trim because we got a lot of slack on the front, as you can see. It's a lot hanging off. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, straight shot, boom. And maybe even a little bit of a curve, try to go with the, you know, body line of the ride. You know, like I said, I ain't gonna cut it too close. I'm just gonna give it like a little 2-3 inches of play. So we got a little bit to, you know, mess with. All right, check it out, y'all. I got the hood joint cut up right now, but I was a little nervous of peeling that, you know, $60 sticker off and messing it up right away. But I watched a couple tutorial videos, so I think I, you know, got it down. Ain't rocket science. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get this X-Acto knife. I went ahead and pulled it up a couple times and slid it down with a little squeegee joint. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use this X-Acto knife, you know, to cut around the edges. I think I might cut closer to the left. You know, it's closer to like where the actual body of the ride is. That way, you know, the excess I can just kind of slide on there, you know, heat it up, slide it on there. So let's see if it works. All right, check it out, y'all. We just X-Acto knife cut around it very sloppily. So I'm actually glad I started out on this gas cap because I got enough material to redo this if I need to. Let's take off the outside and we're gonna go ahead and pop this gas cap and see if we can heat this up and, you know, push the edges down, you know, right against it. Now we're gonna go ahead and start peeling this off, you know, that we know we got enough, you know, space in between and everything. We're gonna go ahead and start peeling this off now that we know we have enough space and everything. What I'll do right here is remove this tape right here. I'm gonna start peeling it up and I'm gonna try my best to keep it as flat as possible. The dude in the video that I was watching on the tutorial on how to do this, he said the last thing you want is for this thing to start getting all crinkled up on itself. So try to keep it as, you know, pulled out and as flat as possible. You stick it down and then we'll make adjustments after. Cool, check it out, y'all. Not bad at all. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling it out, you know, corner to corner, side to side. And let's go ahead and get this thing, you know, flattened out as flat as possible. All right, now what we're gonna do is get this squeegee tool right here. I'm gonna start, you know, squeegeeing, you know, section by section. We got a little dip right here. So I think I'm gonna try to do this whole panel on this side first and then, you know, go panel to panel. Maybe cut it up into 4 or 5 spots and see if we can get it looking good, y'all. Not only have we got this whole thing laid out nice and good, and honestly, these 2 corners were the hardest part, right above the headlights. These corners were crazy to try to get the bend and mold. And so what I ended up doing is getting up the heat gun and was able to heat it up and bend it little by little, inch by inch. And I ended up getting both sides, but Jesus Christ. That was not fun at all, man. So I got it on there. This thing is looking absolutely insane, yo. This might be too sparkly. This might be too much, yo. That thing does look kind of crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. So what I'm gonna do right now is get the X-Acto knife. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut around these edges. I'm gonna make sure I leave a decent amount of gap here. I'm gonna try to cut along, you know, the actual body and not the hood. The sun's beaming out right now. It's hot like I don't know what right now. It's like 90-something degrees. So I'm gonna hurry up and try to get this done, y'all, while I can. Cutting it along the edge right here, leaving a little bit of gap. So I'm gonna do the whole thing all the way around, y'all. All right, y'all, check it out, check it out. We peeling this joint off now. Let's see. We about, it's 12 o'clock. Jesus Christ, we're about, what is it, like 3 hours in on this? Nah, it's like 4 hours in. Yeah, this took me way too long. Although this was my first time ever wrapping anything, so, you know, not bad. All right, dang, I tell you what, it's hot as a mug, this daggone sticker is. All right, let's see. Let's try to take that off. We get a little bit better rough idea. Now, I haven't tucked the corners yet, and I haven't cut the top part yet. Yo, this shit gonna look crazy. This thing is gonna look wild. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it for, you know, long time, because it looks cool, but a little too sparkly for me. I wish it was a little bit more, you know, off-road camo, you know what I mean, matte almost, darker color. But hey, looks pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie, it looks different, that's for sure. In the dark, like when it's, you know, when it's shade covering this stuff right here, let me see if I can show you. I know I got it all crunched up right here, but in the shade, look at that. It looks like this, and then in the light, see, in the light, it looks real shiny, but in the shade, honestly, I like how it looks better in the shade than how it does in the light. Although, you know, it looks different. It's just a little bit too sparkly G-Wagon chick for me. That's the vibe I'm getting right now, but that's cool, you know. Took me 4 hours, so I'm gonna keep it on here for a little bit. We got the hood up now, and now we just, you know, doing the easy part. This is probably the easiest part of the whole install. Dang, that joint is hot. We're just folding all this over right now, trying to make it nice and flat, you know. Trying to make sure there ain't no wrinkles on these edges. Boom. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this all the way around, and then I'll show y'all what the final result looks like. All right, y'all, check it out, check it out. This is the final product. Now my ride's really dirty, so, you know, you don't get the full effect, but looking good, looking pretty, you know. Got some little minor imperfections on the, you know, a couple little dippity dots on the thing, but honestly, this wrap is already so, you know, wild looking design, you can't even barely tell, you know, if I mess anything up or not. That drink do look kind of wild, I ain't gonna lie. That's different. You know, I tell you what though, anything's better than that daggone faded hood. Now the only thing that I may take off is that, yeah, I think I'm gonna remove this gas cap thing. It's kind of corny. It was a good idea in my head, but execution, no thanks. Ghetto. So let's see. That's how she looking, y'all. I think it looks cool, looks different. Like I said, especially at nighttime. I bet it probably looks even cooler at nighttime because you get some little light reflection off of these little flakes on the hood. All right, y'all, the wrap is coming off, man. I do not like how it looks. Too shiny, you know what I mean? It looks all dusty, but it's too shiny, man. It looked all goofy. So I'm just gonna take it off, and I'll probably end up wrapping the whole thing or something in some like gangster looking Call of Duty camo color or something. Or just redoing the hood in like a matte or like one of the topograph styles or something with some white lines, you know, something cool. But this one is out, man. 60 bucks and about 6-7 hours out of my life down the drain, man. But hey, I learned a lot. I learned how to rap, you know.